me check. Okay. All right. So, oh, this is actually the other test. Let me go to like the one we have right now, which is this one. Yeah. So, first, I'd recommend if you have white platforms, change the white platforms to not white, maybe like the opposite color. Even black would work better because the particles are white and it'll be really hard to see them. So I'm gonna change them to like I don't know. It's a nice color. About that works. Contrasts nicely with the blue, right? Yeah. So this is gonna be the week where we cover particles, and I love particles so much. They're super fun to work with. But before we do particles, oh, who joined? Akshat. I told you Akshat would join. Okay. Yeah, Akshat. Yeah, you didn't really miss anything. I'm just about to start. Just open up your Unity and change the platform color to like not white. If it's already not white, then that's fine. Then just a color that's pretty dark that you can see white on. All right. Yeah. So but before we do all the fun particle stuff inside of Unity, we obviously need to you know learn how to efficiently implement particles into our game. So has anybody watched the video that I told you guys to watch? Just put it in the I want you guys just tell me like conceptually what object pooling is. If I think Bracky's explained it very well. So yeah, just tell me conceptually in the chat what object pooling is. Just type it, or you could say it out loud. That'd be pretty cool as well.
I'm pretty sure it's like having all the like objects ready before like as soon as the game launches, so you don't have like lag during the game.
Yeah, sort of. I think Lucas is typing something as well, so we'll let Lucas say a bit of it as well. Do you have anything to add, Lucas? Create a bunch of objects that are hidden, and then on one you place it in the right spot. Yes, good. You guys got it. Yeah. So that's basically what object pooling is conceptually. So how do we do this in Unity? So in Unity, what we'll do is we're gonna make a we're gonna be making a script that will spawn us like a certain amount, which are the amount will be our pool of disabled game objects. Right? Disabled, I mean like let's take this for example. By disabled, you see like this little check box right here. If I just disable it, if I click this checkbox, it'll be disabled and it'll basically be sort of invisible, and its box collider is also invisible, and basically, it just won't render on the screen. So, yeah, it still exists. It's just not, existing. I don't know. Yeah, basically that, right? So basically, there's less lag because I think I gave Olivier the example earlier when I was explaining it to him. Like a machine gun in a game, we're going to be spawning a bullet like every 0.2 seconds, right? So you might want to make like an object pool of like 200 bullets, so that you know, uh, because like we don't want to be. If you keep spawning each like bullet, that's going to take up a little chunk of memory each time, and it's just going to be really really laggy for your computer by the end of it. But if we just already make a pool of 200, we significantly reduce the amount that we're going to be doing, and it just has the same effect anyway. And if object pooling still doesn't make sense to you, by the time you finish coding up the script and everything, it will. It just will. Okay. So if you're a little confused right now, don't worry. All right. So the first thing we should do. Scripts, yeah. The first thing we should do is, make our object pooler. So we'll be starting with the running clouds first. So let's create an empty, and let's make that all at 0, 0. It doesn't really matter what position this is in, but just make sure the z is 0. That's the most important part of this. I like putting it 0, 0 because it's just nice. Yeah, and then we'll name it like walk dust. I call it dust. So yeah, dust object pooler. Yeah. So everybody do that. You shouldn't have to, I'm going a little bit quick because this is actually going to be the most complicated script you're going to be making in these meetings, like ever. I don't know if maybe your mechanics might be a little bit more complex, but this is going to be pretty complex. Like it's not that complex though, so you'll be fine. Just if you just listen to me, you'll be fine. So I already made an object pool script. So I was called object pooler. You can name it whatever you want, but name it something you'd understand what it is, right? And just create that script. Take a little bit. So if you didn't open up your like VS Code or Visual Studio or Atom or whatever you have, open that up as well after you're done loading your script.
Should we add a component?
Yeah. You should add it onto this. Yeah, this component. You should add the component on. I made the script from the add component part, so it's gonna already add. Yeah. So I don't know why it's not there. It's so weird. I think it's still loading. Yeah, it's still loading down here. I'll just take a bit. Yeah, so everybody just open up the script. Huh?
Oh wait, never mind.
What should it be called? Just name it like object pool. Yeah. Object pool is a good name for it, I guess. Just anything that'll make sense to you when you're like, coming back to this. Like, you want to make it so clear that you come back to this after like 2 years and still know what it does, because that can happen sometimes when you're developing. You might, not you might not work on a mechanic for like 2 years. You come back to it and you're like, oh, what the heck does this does? Because you didn't name anything properly. That's what I did actually with my project. So, from experience, name stuff properly. It's still learning.
I got an error with it says like end layout group, begin layout group must be called first.
What? Already?
I didn't even. I don't even know. I was like, it was fine until now. I don't know how it.
Oh. So is it like a compiler?
I think so.
Yeah. So wait, to know it's a compiler error or not, just go to console. Oh, it started loading. Wait 1 second. I don't know why it takes so long to load scripts. Sucks. Okay. Now it's actually loading, but yeah, you can go to console and then press the clear button. I think it's like around. Press the clear button, and if it doesn't go away, it's a compiler error. Then
okay, it went away
immediately. It went away. All right. Yeah, then it might be just be like a dumb Unity. Unity sometimes like just gives you random stuff for no reason. Like like that just happens. Like it's dumb. But yeah. All right. I think. Dude, why does it take so long? I really need to get a new computer. All right, there we go. Pretty sure it's done now. Yeah. Please. Oh, okay. Thank God. Yeah. All right. Let's open that up in here. Oh, do you guys see this? Let me share my Visual Studio. All right. Loading. There we go. All right. So you should have this open. Everybody has this open. Yes. No errors whatsoever. Nothing at all. Nothing is happening, guys. I don't want to hear anybody, come back after I've like halfway done the script was like, hey, well, actually, I didn't. There's some error or something. You okay? So just tell me immediately when there's an error, so we can immediately address it. Okay? Because this is like a very long script, and it's a little on the complicated side. So yeah, you gotta really stick with me here. All right. So let's begin with some variables. Don't we love variables? So let's make a public object pool. And we're gonna be calling this instance, this is just gonna be an instance of this object pool right here. We could just like we're gonna set this up in like a new in the sort of like the I mean you guys will see, but yeah, this is basically we're basically getting a reference to this itself, like this script. Then we're gonna be making here's a new variable. I think we covered this in the first semester, a list. I think we did anyway. And we're gonna be making a list of not in any ordinary game, not any ordinary data type, but a game object list. So that's something you can do. You can make lists of rigid bodies and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's basically just another like data type. All right, and we're gonna be calling these pooled objects, called OBJs, equal to new list game object. We just need to do this when we're making lists, if you remember. All right, do that. It's lagging. Okay. Right, so we have that. Why is it giving me an error? Excuse me. Oh, I did this by accident. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think that should make it better. Okay, yeah, silly mistake. All right, see my screen, right? Yeah, okay. Then we're gonna be making a public int, and it's gonna be the amount we're gonna be pooling. Remember, I was talking about getting the pool of game objects. It's gonna be how many game objects we spawn disabled. That's gonna be in our pool. So I just set it to 5 for now, because that's actually the value we're gonna be using in Unity. But yeah, it's public, so we can set it to whatever we want, to whatever situation we want. So actually, we're making this object pooler for if we need to pool any other objects whatsoever in the future. So we don't have to make a new script, and the variables are all dedicated to just dust for walking. So yeah, it's gonna be a generic script for all of that, and a public game object called object, or actually let's just name this object, yeah, because we're
You made it private.
I made it private. I don't know why I keep doing this. Yeah, we need to make it public, because yeah, thanks for the tip off. I'll be wrong. That was great. Good catch. Yeah. I don't know what's happening in my brain today. All right. So let's make this is going to be a new function in Unity called private void. I'm just so dumb today. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Awake. So what awake is, it's basically it's sort of like the start method, but it happens every single time you turn on the game object. Like, remember, like I showed you this example, right? Where I'm pressing the button here. Or wait, you guys can't see this. Wait, but why? I should probably stream the whole. I got an error. Type namespace object pool cannot be found. Like it's a red error, or is it like this? Lucas,
are you asking about the error I put in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just.
Wait, so do you still have the error?
Yeah, it's just red under. It's just the object pool. It's just red and underlined. It says the type or namespace object pool cannot be found.
Oh, I know why. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, okay. I'm being really dumb today. Yeah, we named this object pooler, but I have a thing called object pool. So like I have another script just called object pool, which is exactly like this script, because I was doing it for the showcase video. Should probably delete those, because like I mean They kind of messing me up, but yeah, name an object pooler because I think that's what you named it, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably your problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm messing up a lot today. Let me change the window so I can stream my entire screen. There we go. All right. So can you guys see Unity now? Yes. No. No. Bro. What is happening? Yeah. Okay. Here, screens. I don't know why. Okay. Now you should be able to see it. Hopefully. Right? Yes. No. Yes. Okay. So remember, so basically what awake does it plays whatever's inside the awake function every time we turn this on. So let's say it's off right now, right? It's off. And let's say we turn it on in a script, it will play the awake function. Not when it turns off, because when it turns off, right, nothing happens. When it turns on, the awake happens. Let's say we do like a debug.log that says turned on, right? It'll do it. It'll print. I mean, it'll like log. Yeah, I guess log is the word, right? It'll log debug. Not it'll log turned on every time I turn this tick on. Not like in script, because obviously the player can't turn it on in Unity. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. So you guys understand what awake does? Yes. Good. All right. So let's continue our script. And here's a pretty simple line of code. So if instance is equal to null, so we're going to be using null a lot. And what null is it just means nothing, right? Like null. Yeah, it's just literally nothing. Like as an example, okay, let me go to my player. You guys can see this hopefully. My player, and let's say I make this like this rigid body nothing. It's now null. This rigid body is a null value because nothing is in it. All right, it's literally nothing. It's not zero. It's literally nothing. Okay, makes sense. So that's what null is. I don't know if you covered null, but yeah, that's what null is. Yeah, so let's say if the instance is null, then we're gonna make instance this. Instance equal to this. Literally the most direct line of syntax of all time. Why is this red? That'll probably go. Yeah, instance is equal to this. Wow. That's some really nice syntax, literal English. Okay. Okay, now let's go to our start. We actually won't need an update method, so we can just delete this. Start. And we're gonna be making a for loop for the first time in like, I don't even know how long. Ever since we covered it first. Yeah. So does it, hopefully, wait, do you guys remember what a for loop is? Hopefully. Surely you guys do, right? Can somebody explain to me what a for loop is in the chat? So at least I know one person knows. Right, I'll just type this up while you guys are doing that. And we're gonna make the amount here pooled objects dot count. Oh wait, not dot count. It's already named. Okay, that was for a different one. I'm reading. Okay. Yeah, because it's an integer, right? So it will already have. Why is it giving me an error? Oh, I picked the wrong one. It's actually a mounted pool. Yeah, my notes are kind of tiny for this one, so it's kind of hard to read. But yeah, so basically we're gonna be looping through this every single. It's gonna start at 0, and while I is gonna be less than the amount of pool, which is 5, it's gonna be adding. So it's gonna be looping like 5 times, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Right? Starts at 0. Okay. Cool. And then, okay, well, let me see what you guys did. Just a cycle, two different things. Yes, correct. It just does whatever it is inside the loop for a certain amount of time. Amount of times. Yeah, exactly. Great job, guys. I mean, I just explained it right now, but I think you guys already typed it up. Yeah, so make sure it's amount to pool, not pool game objects. That's my fault. And then we're doing a game object, obj. This is going to be, it's not going to be a public variable or anything. Don't make public. It's just going to be a temporary variable that's inside the start method. So it can only be used inside the start method. All right? So we can't reference this outside the start method. And we'll do instantiate, which is, I think, Brachy said what instantiate meant. Instantiate just means spawn. Just spawn the game objects. So it's spawning the objects. It's going to be spawning objects, or I think I put the wrong one. Objects. Let me just type that up. Yeah, objects. So basically, every time it loops, it's going to spawn the game object. So it's going to spawn the object, like the amount of objects is going to spawn is the amount to pool. So that's how we do that, right? You guys get that? And then it's going to be setting each of those objects to false. And the way we do that is set object.setActive false. We could also make them set active to true as well. Yeah. So set.setActive false. Cool. So basically the set active to false, that basically means what we're doing is we're setting it to false. So it's going to be spawning like this, invisible, not doing anything. Can't be used. All right. Then we're going to be doing pooled objects dot add. So remember, we're adding. So remember we're dot add means we're just adding this object to the list, and we'll just put obj here, object. So okay, let's go through every single thing that happened here because it was a lot, right? Let me delete this. Is weird. Yeah, see, there the red goes. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna be looping through this 5 times because the amount to pool is 5 or whatever you put in the public there. So it can be even 20 times if you make it 20 on the script, like over here. Once we save it, I didn't save it yet. Then we're gonna be setting it to false, and then we're gonna be adding it to the pooled objects list, which will make sense why we're adding it to like just a random list in the literal next function we make. So does that make sense? So we're spawning it, we're turning it off, and then we're adding it to the list 5 times, every single time according to the amount to pool. Pretty simple, right? When you put it like that. All right. So now we're going to do something. Yeah. So now we're going to be making a new function called public game object get pooled object. Now, something that might not make sense to you because you might have forgotten is that, oh, why isn't it not void and why is it game object? And the reason why is because when we're doing void, that means they're not going to return anything in that function. But when we're putting a data type here, like I could put int, or I could put like float or string even. So I can put any data type here, and then it will return that data type. So let's say I put string here, right? And then it'll give us an error because it's not returning the value of a string. So we can write return hello. Misspelled. But yeah, so see, it's not giving us error because that's what it has to return. But with void, we don't have to return anything. And that's very convenient for us because start doesn't really need to return anything. It just needs to happen right before the update function, right before the frames start rolling in, right before the first frame. So that's what we're going to be doing, but with game object. So I just use a simpler data type to get you used to the concept again. Then we're going to be making another for loop. So I'm just going to copy this code up here so I don't have to retype everything. Oh, oops. Why is it? Let me do that again. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. Okay, whatever. I do not want to explain what I just did there. It was a really dumb accident. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna basically be doing copying that for loop, but instead of amount to pool, it's gonna be the pooled game objects, or yeah, the pooled game objects. Or why is this keep ending? Pooled objs dot count. Because remember, we can't just do pooled objs because our objects. I'll just say pooled objects. We can't do pooled objects because that's a list and that's not like a float or an int. Oh, it has to be an int. So it's not an int that we could loop through. So we have to get the count of it, and the count is basically like the length of an array. It's literally the same thing. It just gets how many of those game objects are in that list. And there'll be 5 because there'll be 5 at the start of the game because that's what we just spawned right here with the amount to pool. Yes. And then we're going to make an if statement, and basically we're going to be checking. So basically, what I'm typing here right now is going to be checking if we have a game object in the hierarchy that we could use to spawn the particle. Like if it's not already turned on, and it's turned off that we can use, it's going to be checking for that. So yeah, when you see this in action, it'll make a little bit more sense. But yeah, so we're gonna be finding if the current I, so it's gonna be basically it's looping through the entire list of objects we spawned here. And it's gonna be going through each one and until it finds. Why is this happening? Oh yeah, that's okay. Probably should not put a dot there. Yeah. So it's gonna be looping through this entire thing. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm messing up today big time. Okay. Active in hierarchy. I spelled this wrong, and then I put 2 zeros there by accident. Okay, maybe I should just type on my regular keyboard. I'm typing on a different keyboard today. That's probably what explains all these errors that are happening. Yeah. So yeah, basically what we're checking here is it's going to be looping the entire list and checking if we have a disabled game object that we can just spawn right now. Okay. And then if we do, we're going to return pooled object. We're going to be returning that object right there, right? And the reason why
okay.
Yeah.
So this is just to see which ones are not being used.
Yeah, it's checking. It's gonna check try to find throughout the entire list, and it's gonna stop at once we find one that is not being used right now. And it's gonna be returning that, and then we're gonna be taking this returned game object and using it in our player movement script, where we're actually gonna be spawning it once we run and stuff. So
okay, but if you returned it, wouldn't you have to set it to a variable so then you can use it? No.
Sorry.
Oh, if you wanted to use the returned object,
yeah,
use the function, right?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. You'll see how exactly we do that once we get to that point. Yeah, good eye, great job. All right. I'm so happy you guys understand this because I've been messing up so much. All right, and then let's say that there's nothing in this. We go through this entire loop, and there's just no objects that can be used right now. It'll just return null, and nothing will happen. And that's the whole object pooler script. So, are there any questions? Are there any? Is there anything that's giving you an error? Even though I told you to tell me if while we're doing it, but yeah, anything giving you an error right now, guys? You guys? Yes? No? Everybody's great. Everybody has no problems. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Great. Okay, let's go back here. And I think this is like it's gonna go away once it loads. It's gonna take a while to load, but hopefully you guys can. Oh, it's got loaded. I think it loaded. Oh no, it's loading again. Okay, there we go. All right, okay, it's about to finish. Yeah, it's gone. All right, there we go. Yeah, all right. Now you have all our stuff here, so we can literally just drag in our object pooler, just the object pooler that's on this here. Even though we already set it up in a wake that's what's gonna happen, it's gonna literally do it anyway. But I don't know. I just put that there. And we have a object pool amount 5, but we don't have a particle to to actually spawn when we're moving around. So let's make particles. Yes, finally. But for this first particle, we're not actually going to be using Unity's particle system, which kind of sad. But let me see the timer. 5. You know what I'm gonna do? It's gonna sound kind of lame, but I wanna spend a good amount of time on the particle system, and this particle specifically, I call it a particle, but it's not really a particle. This particle isn't really a particle. It's like a game object. Let me just blow my nose. So this particle isn't really like using the particle system. It's like a game object that just sort of acts like a particle because I made it to. So I'm not really yeah. So I'm just gonna be putting this in the chat, and you guys can download it from there. Hopefully you'll yeah. I have wait. Okay, yeah. So I put it in general. But the first thing that's gonna happen is that you guys aren't gonna have all the animator components and stuff that come with it. So I'm just gonna be dropping those in as well. Which I know this is kind of sad, dumb, but you guys already know everything that's gonna be happening in this anyway. So I feel like it's okay to do this, and I'll be going over it like really briefly right now. So that's also loading. What's products? Okay, yeah. So that you should get that. So you can download that right now. The prefab is still loading. All right, the prefab loaded. So just go to general chat, just download that. It'll be in your downloads, and then just drag it into Unity. Also download this.
If we want to drag into Unity, would we put the dust object?
Yeah, so the way I drag stuff into Unity is you can also import it, like right click, and then import new asset. That you can do that as well.
Okay,
or drag stuff. Huh?
We should put it in the art folder.
Oh yeah, art folder. Yeah, because it's art. And then there's also going to be one more script, which I'll also explain. I just want to get this. Oh crap, the upload failed. That's a bit weird. Wait, but it already uploaded. Okay, whatever. Hopefully you guys can do that. Then I think it's the particle script that I made. All these are super simple stuff, and we've already gone over how to animate. So I'm not going to be... And also, there's also sprites that I made. So let me get the sprite out. Yeah.
What do we do with the code that you put there?
You just download it. You see the download button like in the bottom right corner? Download it.
Then we can.
Yeah, and there's also...
Where do we put it in the code?
Where do we put it?
I used to import asset. Is that fine?
Yeah. And once you download everything, I'm still uploading one more image. So just wait 1 second, then you can like upload all of them. Just 1 second. I don't know why it's like literally 249 bytes. Why is it not uploading? Processing. Oh, failed. Great. All right, there we go. Now it should, yeah. So download all of that. So download this. I think I put 5 things there. So it's like one prefab, one animation controller, one animation, one script, and then one little sprite right there. The way I cut it up, I think it, yeah. So it's 32. Remember, because I mean, once you put in Unity, you'll see that's 30 by 30, and then the sprite. Also, I made the pixels per unit 100. It's not 32, which kind of breaks my rule. But I actually imported this from another game I made, and that used 100. So yeah. All right, and then I sliced it by. Let's see. How much is this? 15 by 15. So yeah, it's a 30 by 30, right? So slice it by grid cell size 15 by 15. Yeah.
It's not letting me put the little cloud thing.
It's not letting you download it?
It's not letting me drag it, so should I just download
Like yeah, you can download it and then right click and import new asset then. Yeah. So everybody should do that. You guys have never done putting stuff in from like downloading stuff. And there's also prefab, which is a new concept for you guys as well. So I'll be going over that also right now because it's a really important concept for particles.
What is the pixels per unit?
The pixels per unit is 100. Yeah, 100. And make sure to make it multiple, obviously. And all the other regular stuff we do. Yeah. Awesome. If you guys can do this by yourselves, you guys are really set.
Did you go over what we do for the picture? Because I wasn't here the day we went over it.
Oh, it's how we do all these settings. Oh, you weren't here? Oh, I remember. You weren't here for the first 2, right? First 2 meetings or something like that. Yeah. I guess you could go over that again while everybody else is downloading it. So basically, we do all these import settings to minimize how much. You can see my screen, right? Yeah. Okay. We basically do all these import settings to minimize how much space it takes up when we're when we're making the game and when somebody downloads the game. Like an example I used, a really funny example is when I first made my first game, it was like 2 gigabytes, right? It was 2 gigabytes of space. It was huge. I was so confused why. And then I realized that I never compressed any of my sprites. And then when I did, I compressed every single sprite in the game manually. And then it turned into 400 megabytes, which is such a big improvement, right? So huge improvements if you do this. So that's why we do it. So basically, first make the compression none because it's pixel art, and remember, you can't compress pixel art, otherwise it won't look good. All right. And then the max size. So we always make max size bigger, or even if it's exact, greater than or equal to. Let's use a math term. Greater than or equal to the biggest number here. So as an example, like this, we made it 200. We made it 256 because the biggest number here is 165, and it won't match 128 because 128 is smaller than 165. But 256, even though it's a lot bigger, it won't make it look weird once we actually run the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure that's the biggest. Oh, somebody leave. All right. Kel, you're recording, right? Oh, thank God. I keep forgetting to tell you, but you already got it down. So, yeah, good. I don't know who left and came back, but welcome back. Yeah, what was I doing again? Yeah, showing you how to do sprites.
How do you do the sprite editor to make it multiple?
Yeah, I'll teach you this right now. But first, let's go to filter mode. Right now, it's going to be bilinear for you, but we need to make it point no filter because That bilinear basically makes it all blurry because sprites are usually not pixel art according to Unity, even though a lot of games are pixel art. But yeah, just make it point no filter. Otherwise, bilinear will make it blurry. And then go to pixels per unit. Just make it 100. It's usually 32 because for the rest of these sprites in the game, it's 32. But yeah. And then sprite mode, make it multiple, not single, but multiple, because we're gonna make it multiple. And then click the sprite editor button right here. Once you, and it'll tell you to apply all the settings. Apply the settings and then click sprite editor. And it'll bring up this. All right. So just tell me when you got that.
I did that.
Oh, great. Okay. Then we're gonna slice up the sprite right now, right? So go to slice. Then go to, it's gonna be on automatic right now. Go to grid by cell size. Click that, and then you're gonna do it 15 by 15 because that's what it is, and it'll be all sliced up like that. And you applied that right up here, and you should be good. And then when you click this button right here, you see this tiny little play button. It'll show you what they're all disconnected. So you did that. It was really quick, but yeah.
Oh, wait, and then what do I click at the end again?
You click apply.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
So yeah, once you open this up, you should have everything cut up perfectly. Yeah. Awesome. All right, so everybody should have the prefab loaded. So you should have something that looks like this, or actually, it might not even have an image here because it might say that no image, no image like present, like image is lost or something like that. I don't know if it does say that. Sometimes that happens for me. So yeah, just double click on this and whoa, we're in a new space, right? So basically what prefabs are they're just game objects. Like I went back, to go back, you can just click this little arrow right here at the very, top right of the hierarchy, top left of the hierarchy. Yeah, basically what prefabs are they're just game objects that you can turn into assets. So you can literally just drag any game object and turn it into an asset. This is very, very important for like level design, and if you want to like spawn a different object like in another level, but you don't just copy it there because that'll just waste time. And it's super important for that reason. It's like if I can open this up now, it's basically exactly like it is in here, except now it's a prefab. And basically, whatever changes you make to it here now, let's say I make the sorting layer like 499 for no reason, like 499. It will then make it like bolded, and then you can right click the bold, and you can apply it to the prefab or just revert it back to what it was originally, which is 500. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So does that make sense, everybody? It's a pretty cool, right? Spent a really long. Oh, deleted it. I'm gonna stop making this a prefab though, because we don't need it to make it a prefab. Now it's just gonna be like it's missing, but yeah, I'll just delete this and make a new ground. Yeah. All right. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so if you double click on this, you might not see a sprite here. So what you could just do is what you could do. My parents are fighting in the background. What you could do is just something added me. Let me see this chat. I was uploading all stuff, so I couldn't see chat. You're getting an error. Identifier expected. Your internet absolute dead right now. What is cell size for slicing? It's 15 by 15. Hopefully you saw me teach Abhiram it. So yeah, I probably should have opened a chat after I uploaded all the sprites. Yeah, identifier expected. Is it like a compiler error? Because sometimes this script gives a bunch of like just dumb errors. Because yeah, it's a compiler error. So so you see like the numbers in the parentheses. Those are basically saying the line number and the character number. So You can so go to line 38 and then go to character 27. Or you can just go to line 38. So go to line 38. And what is it? Can you just tell me what was there? Like, is there like a error line there? Uh, oh, I see your problem. You put a dot right after the S of objects. So like we don't put a dot there. I think I did that by accident actually. So it should look like this without the dot. Like you put the dot like right here, right here. So just delete that, and you'll be good. All right? Yeah, yeah. That was. I think I did that by accident as well. So that's my fault. All right. So can somebody tell me the state of what your prefab is right now? Like, is it like really messed up?
When I imported it, it says like you're trying to replace or create a prefab from the particle.
Yeah, so it's messed up and stuff. So I'm gonna make somebody else stream. So maybe Abiram, can you stream right now? And everybody look at Abiram's stream, so because I'm gonna go through how to like fix up the prefab because it's all messed up right now, right? So stream your screen, Abiram, or if you can't, then somebody else will. Abiram, can you stream? Nice. All right, so let's look at that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, can you make it bigger? It's a bit small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. So right now it's invisible, or it's really small. So maybe press F.
Oh.
Yeah. So if yours is invisible, that for everybody else, that means that the sprite isn't in place. So what you could do is like Abiram, just open up like the new like you see like the cloud, like not the cloud, the dust particles like thing in the assets folder. Like no, like I mean like the actual sprites. Just open up the play button thing. Yeah, you could just choose one of those. It doesn't matter which one it is. So he chose that one. So go back now, and you can drag that into the sprites folder. I mean, not sprites section in the inspector of the sprite renderer. Yeah.
So I just go like that.
No. Wait, you already did it. So you can click. You can go back and click it. Yeah. So he already did it. So he's already there. And you can go to the animator, and you'll see that there's a missing runtime animator. And what we can do here is we can just like take the animator controller that I made you guys download, right? So you can take that, Abiram. Do you see the animator controller? No, the animator controller, which is like it's that. Okay, and just just drag that into there. Boom. And then could you like make an animator window? Oh, you already have it open. Great. Yeah, you'll see. I think we're on that, and you can see there's no motion no motion there. So just drag in the motion. The motion means the animation file. So yeah, that. So yeah, drag in that animation. You might want to make it in like a separate project. Like make project like a. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. So go back to animator. I just want to show everybody what you did. So what he did was he dragged in like the animation file, which is like that triangle, and he put it into the motion part, which has no motion currently. And if you play that motion, like go to your animation, play it. It's an animation I made like 2 years ago. Oh, that's weird. Oh no. Like, can you see? Can you press F? Or
Oh, what do you mean?
wait. Can you check like the scale is right now? Oh, it must be really small.
What does it
Oh, it's missing the sprite. Oh yeah, I know why. So stop running it. Just pause it. Yeah. So you see like the sprite part of your you see the sprite part of the so go to like the very left of the animation. Yeah. And you see like those four things, right? Delete the bottom one. Because the bottom one is actually animating the sprites, and we don't even have sprites right now, so just remove that. Okay, now run it. Yeah, you'll see what it does, right? So usually I'd animate it with all those extra ones, but we're pretty short on time, so I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, now it's gonna run every time we do that, and dragging the particle script to like the missing mono script part, like how we did for the animator controller. You see at the you see at the bottom of that.
The code's like
Yeah, so the script that we downloaded. Yeah, so just drag particles into the missing monoscript. Perfect. We're not putting an audio source in yet, so now it's all good. Actually, it's not all good. Go back to animation, and I don't know if I've covered this before, but there's another feature in animations called animation events. And what animation events are, can you stop playing it? Yeah. Oh yeah. So do you see like that little white thing at the end, like at the very top of the animation thing? You see that white like the very end of the animation timeline, like the end keyframes. You see that? That's what an animation event is. So if you click that, you'll see that it has the shut on it, right? And you'll see it has function on it as well. So I double click the. Can you double click the particle? Just open up the particles script. Just open it up so I can show you what that is. So basically, what we're doing is we're taking a public. Make sure it's public. I mean, it already is public here, but yeah, make sure it's a public function, and that you can play during points in the animation as an animation event. And to make an animation event, you just double click and like in that gray part where it is. But we're not making animation events right now. I'm gonna teach you guys that like in 2 seconds from now. So yeah, that was pretty quick. So did everybody catch that? I see some comments. So let me see this. Confused. Why do when double click the prefab it doesn't have a sprite? Oh wait, I covered that, right? So you didn't do the script thing. Yeah, just you see the missing monoscript part where it says there's a missing monoscript. Just drag in your particle script from the project window into that. And Tejas, I think, doesn't show a cloud with the blue background. Yeah, that's the sprite that was missing. Oh, you didn't do. Yeah, you can stop sharing. So you didn't do any of it. Oh no. Yeah, okay, Akshat. Maybe I'll go a bit slower so Akshat and Tejas can follow. Akshat, could you stream? All right. Yeah, I think I went a bit way too quick. I really want to cover particles today. Like, I don't want to, put it back to the next meeting. That would really suck because that would put us really behind schedule. Yeah. So you have a bunch of errors, right? So first, there's no sprite. So let's click on the object in the hierarchy. Yeah. And you'll see there's a missing sprite, right? So just drag one of the cloud sprites into there. You see your project window, and you already sliced them up, right? Go to your project window. Oh, you already did. Great. So just press F, so they'll zoom in on it. Press F in the scene when you're in the scene. Click on the scene, and just press F. Or wait, no. Click on the object in the hierarchy and press F. Yeah, the zoom button. There we go. Tejas, did you catch that? How we put the sprite in? Yes. Tejas? Yeah, great. Awesome. So let's fix the next problem. There's no animator controller, right? You can see the missing animator controller. So let's drag in the animation controller that we just downloaded. So it's called Dusk Particle Baby Cheat. Don't ask me what that means. I forgot what it means. I made this a long time ago. So you see these. Go to project. Go to the project files, right? And then get the thing that you just downloaded. So it's that, yeah. And just you put it in there. Great, awesome, awesome. Then go to the animator. Titos, you're following, right? And then click on the orange. Yeah, you'll see there's no motion. You see on the right, there's no motion, right? So just drag in the motion that we downloaded just now into there. Oh, you did it. Great. Yeah. So Tejas, did you catch that as well? Charlotte, you're fine though, right? And Lucas is fine as well, I guess. You guys got it, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, so all right, awesome. So now let's go to animation. So wait, go back to your scene. Go back to scene, yeah, and then click on animation and delete the sprites part. So actually you're so like yeah, on the very left at the very bottom, you'll see there's a sprites part, right? Just delete that. Yeah, delete that. Right click and then yeah, perfect. So then play it. And it'll do that. Cool, right? So Tejas, did you do that as well? Yes. I need a confirmation. What was the last part after adding the motion? Yeah. So basically we went to the animation window, right? And then right down there. So you'll see there's going to be 4, and the very bottom is going to be the sprite part. So not that part, but like this. But there's going to be another a fourth one. We just deleted that fourth one because those are animating missing sprites that weren't actually in the thing. So just delete that part. So now when you play it, Abhiram. I mean, sorry, Akshat. Forgot who's streaming. Yeah, there we go. So it should be doing something like that. So does that make sense? How do you open animation window? So to open windows, you go to the window at the top, yeah, and then you'll go to animation, and then you click animation, the animation window, yeah. You should have that open, but because Unity should save that, but I guess you closed it. So now do you have it? Maybe I'll stream with you after, Tejas. Yeah, you'll screenshot. Don't screenshot right now because I'll just show you how to add the script part. So to add the script, go to the script that we just downloaded, and just drag it into the mono script part where it says missing script. Akshat. So just go to where you downloaded the script. So like in the project, just scroll till you find it. I don't know where it is. It's probably in assets then, right? Yeah, should probably make a scripts folder, but yeah. So go to the thing go to the particles script you just downloaded. Scroll up. It was right. I think that's it, right? And just didn't download any particle script. The script, like the words. There's like a little download button on the bottom right. You can't see the sprite. Yeah, that's the problem, Tejas. So I'll talk to you in like 1 second. Wait, where? It's in general. It's the like there's like a bunch of words, right? It doesn't look like you can download it, but if you look at the bottom right of that part, you'll see there's a little download button. Just download that. Yes. Did you get it? All right, you have it then. Awesome. So go back there and then drag it in. Awesome. All right. Yeah, just drag it in. Yeah, cool. Hey, you're done then. Okay, Tejas, you stream now. Okay, Akshat, you can stop streaming because you're good now, but I want Tejas to stream. Awesome. Oh, it works. That's awesome. Okay, it works. Good job. Now you need to drag in the. Wait. Don't stop streaming. Wait, do you do you have the particle script in the you have the particle script like put into that section where it wasn't there? Yes? Okay, perfect. Everybody's good then, right? Everybody has no problems whatsoever. Okay, awesome. Now let's actually go over what you guys just did, right? Okay. So when this when this spawns in, uh, so like basically when this turns on, because we're not actually going to be using it once we spawn in, but once this turns on, it's going to be playing this animation while it's on, and so it's just going to be fading away, right? And then it's going to be at this last frame where the animation event will play, called shut. Now, what is shut? Shut is a function of this particle script right down here, which is also one thing to note. You can only make animation events with scripts that are on the same game object as the animator. So you can't just take like some random script from like a different game object and end that as an animation event. Yeah. So go to particles right here. Or I can just open up particles. Yeah. And we'll see what shut is. So here's public void shut. And basically it'll be taking this game object and we're setting it to false. So basically what's happening is once the animation is done playing, it will return to just like the false state or the inactive state, like the turned off state. Like remember I gave the example like this. It'll basically return to this, so it's not even turned on anymore. Basically we just turned it off once the animation ends. So you guys get that? I think that's pretty simple to understand.
Are we gonna do this for like all three like different images?
Oh no. Usually we would play the animation with the three images for that, but for the sake of time, and I don't think it'll really look that different, we're just gonna keep it for that one image for now. You can do it later. Like you know how we animated the running animation? You could do something exactly like that. I mean you can just like go between sprites, right? Cool. So yeah, if you really want to do that after, but for now, for the sake of time, we gotta keep going. Let me just move ground back up here so we're not confused. Right. Yeah. So let's go to walk dust, the object pooler, and just drag in our prefab right there. And that's what makes prefab so awesome. We can literally just like take them from as asset and use it as like a data type. So it's really super powerful stuff. Yeah. So do you guys so everybody should have that done. Oh, I remember why this is called Baby Chi 1. When I was originally making my first like bigger game, like it was at like kind of like scope, like I think KL knows, right? It was Online Friends. That's the game I'm talking about here, KL. KL knows because he's like a personal friend of mine. Yeah, you remember that, right? I think you were even in that game at some point. Okay, whatever. Um, there was like a hub world, and then the hub world is where I made this. Whenever he runs, he spawns these particles below his feet. I could upload a video later after class about it, about like what this was originally made for. But right now, we have one more part of the script we need to make, which is how we actually spawn it in our script. So let me stream my entire screen. So stop streaming. Open up your player movement scripts. Right. Open up your player movement scripts. Yeah, but I think I made a video of it on my second channel of that hub world, so it should be there. Okay, so everybody watch the stream now. I think the whole screen is streaming. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, whatever. Oh, this is actually my other player movement. Let me open up the one that I'm using for class. The one with already all the stuff in it. Yeah. So let's go here. And we're gonna make a small function, which is gonna be we're actually gonna be using for it as an animation event. So, what I just taught you about animation events is gonna come in right now. So we're making a public void. Let's just say spawn. Oh, whoops. Spawn dust particle. I spelled it wrong. I'm very stupid. Okay. All right. It's already 5:40. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have a little time for particles. Unless you guys want to stay back like 10 minutes, then we'll have enough time. All right. So then we're gonna make a game object called dust. So remember, when we make game objects inside of functions, we can only use those. Well, if we make any variable inside a function, we can only use those variables inside that function only. So we can't use it like in squash and stretch, for example. I don't know why that happened. Oh, because we haven't made those variables yet. Okay, let's make those variables first. Yeah, so go before we type that out, let's make pooling values. Okay. Make a public object pooler called OP, because yeah. And then public transform. This is where we're gonna be actually spotting them from. Called PS, which just stands for like particle spawner. Yeah, that's what it stands for. So yeah. So OP dot instance. So remember that public instance we made? Dot get pooled object. So we're getting. So remember, Abhiram, you're talking about how we're going to be getting the bro. Let me blow my nose again. Yeah, Abhiram, remember how you were saying that? Oh, how we about like how we can get. We're returning the get pooled object, right? We're returning an object. So we're getting the object we're returning here, all the way here, and that's what game object dust is. So that's what I was talking about before, all right? Yeah, and basically we're checking if that dust object is not null. So if it exists, basically, dust dot transform dot position. So we're getting the. I think you guys know what this means by now. I don't have to explain it. And basically we're going to be making it so that that disabled game object. So when a game object is disabled, it still retains its position. So its position is still there, right? That's the only thing that it sort of retains its position. So I can like drag it here while it's disabled and turn on, it'll be there. So that's the only thing it retains while it's like that. Let me turn this on again. There we go. Yeah. So the only thing that retains while it's turned off is its position. So we're gonna get that position, and we're gonna be making that dust position that we got the position of our particle spawner and returning it on. So therefore, it kind of looks like we just instantiated it over there. You guys understand the logic? Pretty interesting, right? Yeah, I don't type on this keyboard usually. All right. So just save that. I'll give you like a second to just copy this down. Make sure it's all good. All right. All right, everybody good? So that's the logic of object pooling. Pretty fun. Okay, so let's go back. Oh yeah, the variables. Yeah, these are so basically these are the variables we made just now. So you have a public object pooler called OP and a public transform called PS, which means particle spawner and object pooler, respectively. Yeah. So you got that, Tejas? Yes? No? Can you tell me? Yes? Okay, great. Let's go back. It's going to be taking a little bit to save. We did add a whole function, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why it's taking so long to save when screen sharing. You think maybe if I stop screen sharing and then like I go back, like and then like I wait for it to load completely and then you think that might work? Whatever, it's fine. We'll just wait a bit. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. Or maybe I'll try it. What the heck? Why not? Stop streaming. Then I'll wait for it to load and then I'll stream again. Yeah, it's just taking that long to load. Okay. Oh my god. Why is it? It's never taken this long to load before, like in the last 3 years. I seriously don't know why it's just taking so long to load now. All right, it's done. I think maybe. No, I think there's one more round, right? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, now it's good. I think. Yes. Yes. Please. Please, no. There's another one. Okay, now it's good. Jesus Christ. Okay. So now, hopefully I'm streaming Unity right now. Right, Unity, I think. Yeah, it's loaded. Okay. Yeah, so now let's click on our player. And now since player movement is attached to our player, we can go into the animation window, go to run, and then we can play our our like dust spotting thing every single time this frame of the player one starts. So it's not immediately, because let's say the player just like sort of like presses the D button over and over and over again, like just like rapidly. Repeat what we just did. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just clicked on player run, and then I'll just delete this to show you. I right clicked and I've made a new animation event. That's the only option. So just right click on this gray part right here. This top gray part. Yeah? Alright. Hopefully it's cleared up for you. Yeah, so we're not putting in immediately because most of the players just like pressing the D key over and over again, like spamming it. It's just oh, I don't know who left.
Olivia had to leave. He has to go somewhere.
Oh, alright.
Yep.
Wait, how do you get it so that you can see like 0.01 instead of just 0.1?
Like this? Like, what do you mean? Oh, you can like use your scroll wheel on your mouse, or you could like You use two fingers and then move upwards if you have a trackpad. Yeah. Yeah, so just click on that animation event that you made, then go all the way up here to the inspector, click function, and then click spawn dust particle. Boom. You basically made it. Wait, did I explain why we don't do it immediately? We don't do it immediately because when the player is just spamming the start of the run animation over and over and over again, it just kind of like if you spawn it over and over, like they can basically cheese it, right? And then like there'll be no dust particles left because they just spawned it all, and it'll make a big mess. But yeah, basically, we've basically implemented all the dust particles right now. Now you see the fruits of your labor. Fruits of your labor. How do we write in function? What do you mean? In function. What did you just do? Oh, it's actually loading the play right now. Basically, I clicked on the animation event, then it went all the way up here in the inspector, and then there's gonna be a drop down menu, and you can just click spawn dust particle there. Does that make sense, Tejas?
Where do you click spawn dust particles?
I'll have to stop playing it then. But okay, wait. Okay, it'll just take a little bit. Let me show what it looks like when played, because it just takes a long time to load when I'm playing. So let me just make use of this first. All right, so we're doing this. So now, oh wait, we forgot to set it to instance of an object. Yeah, we're done. Okay, wait. Yeah, we're not done yet, actually. Yeah, so what I did, let me just show you guys again. What I did is oh, it's loading. Okay, just lag. I went to, we're at run animation right now. Basically, I clicked on an animation event, and then I went up here, and I clicked spawn. Basically, it's going to be nothing right now, but I clicked spawn dust particle. Right? Does that make sense?
Wait, I can't. On the right side, I only see the. I can only see like the game object. I don't see the.
No, okay. So click on the animation event. Click on it. It's blue. Now. And then go up here and then do that. You don't have the drop down menu?
Wait, how do you, where is the animation?
The animation?
How do you get to the animation event?
It's the player run.
Yeah, I went to player run.
How do you get to the... Sorry? How do you get to it?
Right now I'm in player run, and then how do I get to the animation?
Let me just restart animation event altogether. Yeah, so what you want to do is just get your cursor over here, right click, and add an animation event. That's how it looks for me. Oh, I see what you... Wait. Did you add object pooler onto the player? Wait. I think that you might have done that. Or, yeah, I don't think you did that, but that's so weird. Why is it... Where have I seen that before? It's a little familiar. I don't know. Wait, Akshat, is that like a solution to his problem? Yeah, Abhiraman, just click the function selected, no? Alright, and then spawn dust particle. You got that, Abhiram? Let me help
But then
Tejas.
when you do that and try to play it, is object reference not set to an object?
Yeah, because we haven't put in our object pool or
Okay.
but yeah, we haven't done that yet. I want to make sure like Tejas is also on the same track. Yeah, when you're ready, you don't see particle. Yeah. That's for the reason I just said to Abhiram. We didn't input those variables in our inspector, did we? Tejas, why is that happening? It's so weird and wacky. Okay, wait. You should stream Tejas so I can just see exactly what you're doing. You stream Tejas? Alright. Oh, why is it in 60? That's very weird. Why is your run? Was your run always like that? It's fine. You don't have to change it right now. You're just doing animation events. So click on your animation event. Wait, where is this run? Wait, click on your player first. Okay. Then click on your animation, a tab, a window. Yeah, so it's on it. Oh yes, so here's your run. So I don't know what that other run was, but yeah. So go to your run. Also, it is okay. I just want to make sure. Click on that. Oh, there. Perfect. All right. Click on spawn dust particle. You're set. I don't know why. I have no idea what you did to do that, but all right. Let me go back to streaming. All right. Everybody see my stream? Yes. All right. Okay, so go here. So go to your player and then go to your player movement. And you'll see that we haven't actually attached these, so these are just null right now. So let's actually do these right now. So first of all, it's our object pooler. So I'll just drag our object pooler into here. Boom. And then our particle spawner. So you may think that you can set it to ground check for particle spawner, but that would spawn it right in the middle of his legs here. I don't think dust spawns in the middle of your legs. I think dust spawns like right here, right? You guys agree with me? So we're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be making a new spawner. So create empty. And we're just gonna be dragging it. Make sure the zero at 0Z. Okay, the Z should be 0. Okay, and then just drag it right here. Boom. Or yeah, that's perfectly. And name it like the or just foot. All right, name it that. I think I spelled spawner wrong, but it doesn't matter. Then go back here. So did you guys catch what I just did? I made a new game object. Just put it right here. Make sure Z is 0 though, because sometimes that can happen, and then your particles won't show up because they'll be spawning at like a Z that the camera can't even see. So yeah. Everybody good with that? I'm a bit fast with that, but yeah. Go back here. And then drag the particle spawner in here. And boom. Now the particle should spawn when you run it. So I'm gonna try running it now. Hopefully it works. Wish me luck. You guys should start running it and seeing it as well too. It's loading. Is it working for you guys? Could you tell me in the chat?
It's working.
It's working? Awesome. Oh yeah, so you can see that we've actually spawned our object pool here, right? here our object pool is all not turned on. But once we start running, you'll see that it turns on, but then it turns off once the animation is done. That's really awesome, right? You can kind of see our code in action. So yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, you love to see it. All right, it's really laggy for me, but yeah. All right. So well, let me answer. Wait 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So now we can literally just do the same thing but for junk particles. And now we can actually get into the particle system. Wow, the one thing we advertised for this meeting at the end of the meeting. So you guys think you can stick here for like 15 more minutes? What do you guys think? Are you guys good with that? 15 more minutes? Because
I have to go right now, Ryan. But yeah, I'll see you next week then.
all right, see you, soft one.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Ryan.
Bye. Oh, Charlotte, you have to leave. Charlotte, could you could you see the video that we publish and then finish it up? What's that? You could do that? Yeah, I'll just send you the video when we publish it. Yeah, all right. See you, Charlotte. Tejas, do you have to leave as well? Oh no. Oh, you need help with the particle spawner? Yeah, sure. Stream. So everybody else is fine with staying. Cool. Okay. Yeah, Tejas, you just tell me. See, I love having a video recording because then I could just give it to people. Should have thought of it earlier. Okay. Let's see. The foot particle. Just click on the foot. Oh, did you not drag it in? Or you drag it in, right? Oh yeah, that's fine. Put it. So yeah, go to your player and just drag it in. So what's the problem? Is it not spawning? Yeah, it's in. Should work. So when you run it, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's working. It's spawning it. So can you not see it? It's a bit small for me, but so you can't see the particles, right? Is that what's happening? All right, yeah. Okay, that's better. Oh, sorry, I don't think you can see the particles. So maybe it's because your black background might be really light. So turn your background, make your background a bit darker. So stop running it, and make your background like darker. Yeah, maybe you can make it like a really dark blue. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Play that. All right, so run now. Oh, it's still not there. Or wait, I think I can see it. Wait, I can see like the top of it. Sorry, keep running. Oh, that's my imagination. Okay, wait. Hmm, maybe particles are just really uh tiny on your screen. That could be it. Go to your go to your prefab in the assets and just drag it into the scene. Yeah, so go to your scene, make sure to click scene view. And just drag in the prefab into the scene. So maybe scroll out a bit so you can do that. Oh. Who left? Lucas left. Oh, maybe he's gonna rejoin. Yeah, just drag in the prefab. Yeah, it's big enough. The order and layer is really high. Wait, what's the order and layer of your ground objects? 1. Yeah, so it should work. Maybe play the animation of the dust particle in the. So wait, just click on dust particle and then play the animation. Oh, you delete your animation window? Yeah, you should always keep that open because you don't know when you might need to open it again. So just open up the window again. Remember how? Yeah, there. Yeah, I remember. I forgot it's like segmented out. Oh, you didn't turn off the sprites. Wait, so just delete the sprites part. Delete the sprite. So remember at the very left, go to like you see there's 4 things, right? So go to the very bottom of the 4 things, like the 4th one. Yeah, that like on the very left of that one. Just right click and delete that. Yep, and you'll be good. Now try running it. Maybe remove the prefab from the scene. Or okay, yeah. Now it should be all good. Run. Hey, cool, right? Obviously, it's a little bit less consistent because your run animation's a bit jank, but yeah, it works. Cool, right? All right, now let's get on to one of the best parts of Unity. You can stop streaming now. One of the best parts of Unity, which is its particle system. Unity's particle system. So let's go to that. I'm streaming right now. Watch this stream. So to make a particle system, let's do it like it's basically how we make any other game object, right? Right click over here, go over here, go to effects. It's the effects option, and then go to particle system and click that. All right. So right click in this hierarchy, go to effects, and then click particle system. Boom. And yeah, now it's gonna just keep spawning particles. So just stop that. And maybe I'll play it. So this is like the default particle. What it does, it's going up, and it's all these like really awful, like shitty. I'm gonna say it, just really shitty particles. It looks awful. Okay, let's fix that. So I'm not like the best at Unity's particle system. Like, there's definitely people better than me, but I can obviously give like a good explanation of how to use its basic mechanics. So, like, for example, let's make like a rain. Let's make rain right now, right? So maybe tilt it so that it's going downwards first. So tilt it so it's going down. Maybe what is this at? negative 270. Yeah, so it's going downwards. And then let's fix this really, really, really bad particles, right? These look awful. So let's go down over here. And then we're gonna go texture, so that you see there's a lot of like options here, right? And they look really, really daunting and really, really big, and like all these random stuff that, oh my god, it's gonna take so long to learn. But really, there's only a few you need to learn to really, use particles for what this project is about.
How do you turn it upside down?
Oh, I just rotated it on the x-axis by negative 270. So, does it work for you? You're good? Okay. Yeah, so first, let's go to texture sheet animation. So click on texture sheet animation right here. It's like at the bottom-ish, sort of. Click on that. And click on the checkbox. When you click on a checkbox, that means it turns on stuff it's using. So like this is just to limit lag, because we don't want to turn on literally everything that a particle system can offer, because that will just make it calculate more things, and then it becomes really cumbersome on the whole game, and it's laggy. Okay, everything.
Mode and all that at the bottom, because I just have the texture sheet animation, but it doesn't show anything on.
Like which?
Like if I check the box, it doesn't have the options under.
It doesn't have any. Oh yeah, you have to click on it. Click on the words. You'll see it.
Oh yeah.
Does it work then? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just click on the words. Yeah, and let's fix these bad particles. So go to mode, and then click on sprites. There's literally 2 modes. Just click on the other one, and that'll immediately turn it into nothing, because we haven't made a sprite that it could use. Click on this again. So we're going to be using the basic square sprite. So just drag that in, or yeah, that works. Okay. So just drag that in, and you'll see now it looks a little bit more like we can use it in the game, right? Right. So yeah, and so now we got the texture sheet animation. So basically that's all we're using texture sheet animation for, just to set up so that these actually look like cubes that don't have a weird blur effect on them. Now the next thing I want to do is it looks a bit big, right? So one thing we could do to change the size of stuff, we can go to start size, and the reason why it says start size is because we can actually change. We can change stuff. We can change the size based on based on its lifetime. There's also another part of it here, I think. The size by lifetime and stuff like that, but we're not going to be focusing on that today. It's basically the same thing, almost, kind of. So I'm actually going to make this like 0.5. This is a float, so I can make it smaller. So now it looks smaller, maybe even a bit more smaller. I'm going to put 1. Ah, yes, perfect. Really tiny, like rain, right? We want to make rain. And if you click this little triangle right here, there'll be a lot of options you could choose from. I can make a curve, and let's say I can click the curve. Curve works exactly like what you expected would work, like a curve. Let me understand. Let me say what I meant by that. So you'll see the curve. If you drag this bottom part up, I think you'll see the curve. Yeah, and basically you can make the curve. There's some presets here as well. So now you can see I think it becomes bigger over time, and you can make it like this, and and basically it'll be you cannot see how it's changing, right? It's a bit laggy for me because I'm streaming, but when you see it, you'll know what I mean by how it changes. You can even make it wacky, you can add a thing here. I'm not gonna go too in depth on how to change the curves because I don't think we have time, but yeah, and you can even make it look like this. So you can make it really wacky, right? So it's starting at 0, it's going up, it's going down, it's going up again, and it just dies. Crazy, but for rain, I'm just gonna keep it at constant. There's also one other thing we can do where it's between 2 constants. I think this actually might be better for rain. So you can see that there's an immediate change, right? So basically, it's gonna every time it randomly spawns a particle, it's gonna be running a small number check, and it's gonna be making the size between 1 or 0.1. So maybe we can make it between 0.1 and 0.2. So now you can see that rain has different sizes, and it feels more like random, which is what rain is. It's not like a streamlined machine process, right? It's natural. It's gonna be a bit crazy, I guess. That's what between 2 constant is, and between 2 curves is between 2 curves. Like I just showed you what a curve is. So you might want to make the start size between 2 constants, and then make it 0.2 and 0.1, or I mean, just whatever you want, man. It's your rain at the end of the day. And we can even make the rotation different. So actually, for this one, I'm going to go back down over here, and I'm going to be clicking rotation over lifetime. So just click on the words, so we can actually open up the what it has. It's a lot smaller than texture sheet animation, but yeah. And then click on this one, and that will actually turn it on, so it actually works. And you can see an immediate change because it shows angular velocity, which is how fast it's turning, at the 45. So the more bigger the number, the faster it spins. The bigger number, faster spin. Yeah, that's a caveman speak for it. So let's say if I make it 360, it'll have to make a full 360 rotation in its entire lifetime, and therefore it has to go faster to complete the lifetime, right? So it's going to be a lot faster spinning. You can't really see how fastly spins here, but trust me, it is. Also, the lifetime is like really long, and sometimes we don't want the particles to keep like going on until here, right? Because they're already off the screen, and like, oh, I see. I forgot to turn up chat again. Wait, let me see chat. How do you make a score? Okay, got it. Yeah, so to turn down the lifetime is basically literally just what it what it sounds like. It's how long the particle lives on the screen. So we can make this like 1, and you can see that now the particles have restarted, and they have a lot smaller lifetime, but obviously this is like way too small, right? It doesn't even reach the bottom of the screen, so let's make it like 2. That's a little bit better. Let's make it like 3 just to be safe. And see how much like smaller it is? Now it doesn't go all the way like down over here, and where it just renders it uselessly. And it'll save space over time. Epic. So you guys get it? So that's rain so far. Now let's go over to one of the most important ones, shape. So shape is already turned on because it needs a shape to come from to actually work. So let's go to shape here. Just click on the letters again to open up shape, and there's a lot of stuff. But really all we're going to focus on is these 3 at the top. Basically, if you click the drop-down menu here for shape, you have a whole selection of shapes you could choose from. You can make a sphere. What does this do? This makes it like come out from the middle of the sphere. You can make it like a hemisphere, and it does that. You can make a cone, and that's what it was doing before. You can make a donut. I don't even know what donut does. Oh, crazy. I think it's like sphere 2. And you can make box. Boxes go straight down. This is what we're going to be using for rain. And there's just so much stuff you could do. You can always mess around with this after. Right now, we want to make some rain. So we're going to be choosing box. And then we can go here, and we can kind of see there's like a mini transform in here, right? Sort of, right? There's a rotation, a position, and a scale. So let's make this scale greater on the x-axis. So we're actually stretching out the box, and therefore stretching the area where the particles can come from. And we've just made rain. Awesome, right? So if you look in the game view, kind of see how it's raining. Pretty awesome, right? Right, guys? Yeah. There's one problem, though. This doesn't really look like rain. It looks like snow. How do we get the box? Yeah, so we use the drop-down menu. So just go to shape, and then go here, and then you just click box. And then you can click scale to scale it. I put 16.57, but whatever you see fit works. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question, dude? Yeah. Yeah? Awesome. Yeah, but there's one, obviously I said this before, but there's one problem. The color is not rain-like at all. So let's change that. So we can actually do the color over here. Let's just make it so we have the start color, and it basically has sort of the same options as before. We can choose like just one base solid color, which is what it's at right now. We can choose a gradient, which is like you guys know what gradients are? They're basically like let me just show you what I mean. Yeah. I already have some preset gradients from the previous projects because I guess they saved those, but I'll open this up again. So like they can like switch between two. Basically, it's sort of like the curve where you can switch between two separate colors. Like I make this part. Oh, I have to go. Oh my God, everything's on this screen. Let's say I want to make like blood rain for some reason. Well, let's say I want to make it from red to blue. So let's make this the blue, or I don't like this blue color. How about this? Yeah, and then we can make it. We can make it also. This is going to be red, and you can see, and all the new stuff is spawning. This is also white. I'm just delete this because I don't know why this is here. It looks like France, kind of. Okay. Well, let me delete. I'm just gonna put it over here. And make this the blood red color. Awesome. So now you see that everything is choosing it's either choosing blue or in the middle where it's all purple, or it's choosing red. That's what the gradient does. It just chooses one of these colors in here. Does it make sense? This is pretty cool and all, but I mean, actually, you know what, let's use gradients. The other one is it's just between two colors, so it'll just choose between one of those colors. But if you want to, let's just make it more random and choose gradients. So I think this blue color is fine. But we can also choose, let's say like a lighter blue color like this, right? So now it can be like a really dark blue, or it could be like a light blue. So it's gonna be in the middle, sort of. Sometimes it'll be darker, sometimes it will be lighter. Maybe this is a bit too dark though. Let me make it a bit lighter as well. Yeah, this is perfect. So now we actually have rain. Awesome. That's so cool, right? So we went from that really bad blurry particle to rain. Now that it's not actually going to be raining in the level, so I'm going to be deleting this. But it's just to get a quick overview of what particles are. I'm going to link a video in announcements. I'm going to announce a video by Blackthorn Prod, which is another excellent game dev YouTuber, like Brackies and everybody I've linked to you before, GMDK. And he's basically gonna teach you the exact same thing I taught you here. I mean, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. So it's basically gonna be like another reference video for you, because I definitely went over a lot of stuff here. And you can even research on your own. There's so much stuff you can do here, right? Like you can inherit velocity, force over lifetime, color over lifetime. Like it's insane. It's insane how much customizability there is in this one component. And there could even be trails, which I'm pretty sure would lag my computer to like high hell, but so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. So does everybody get that? The rain?
Yeah.
Yeah? Akshat, you get rain. Tejas, you get rain. Let's go. All right. No, you don't get it. Wait, you don't get rain. So, like, do you understand particles, or do you have any questions? Like, do you want me to go over like a specific one of these I didn't go over just for fun? Animation is not playing. You mean like the particles are not rendering? This is an animation. Animation is a different thing. This is a particle effect. All right, I'll take a look. Let me stop streaming so it doesn't lag my computer too much.
Oh yeah, I gotta go right now. Is that all we're gonna do today?
Huh?
I have to go right now. I have to leave.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make the jump particle right now. But if you leave, it's okay if you leave. Just make sure to follow the video. I'll just link the video to you in DMs to finish it. But yeah, I'll see you, dude.
See ya.
Yeah. So what's the problem? You should play it. Press the play button. See play? No, not up there. I mean, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. See, it's working. It's making the particles that you had made. I see it's not like fully done though. It's like you still have a cone, which we made a box. So could you make it a box? Do you remember how to make it a box? Go to shape and yeah, drop down menu and just make it a box. Yeah, cool. Then can you scroll down a bit more? And you can make the color. Yeah. And make the scale on the shape on the X scale, like fill up the entire camera so that it rains down from every point. So yeah, wait, zoom out a bit. If you wanted to play during, just you see in the scene, like at the bottom right corner, there's like a box with play, restart, and stop. Just press play. Just press play on that. No, on that box on the bottom right corner. of the scene window. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so now it's playing. Yeah, you got rain right now. Cool, right? I saw you all to know how to do colors and stuff, so yeah, you can do that by yourself. And Akshat, do you understand how to do rain? Yes? Akshat, can you repeat? Yeah, do you know you understand how to make rain and stuff, right? Do you have any questions? Yeah? Awesome. Eating grape right now. The server today. Cool. Let me in the chat. The last thing we did, I think the last thing we did was color, right? So did you not do the color part? You did that. That was the last thing we did. Okay, let's actually make the jump particle. So for the interest of time, because we're literally 30 minutes off the clock, I'm just gonna put the jump particle in the chat. And then you guys can download it. I'll pin it for okay, people who are watching the video right now, listen to me right now, okay? I'm gonna be pinning it in the general chat. So just get it, just go to the pins and go to and just you'll find it there, alright? I'll be pinning the thing I'm putting in the chat right now that you can download. Alright? And I'll be going over it right now with you guys, so yeah. Desktop. Oh, let me get it from here. Assets, dust, right? Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong. Wait, this is the one you guys just downloaded. Don't download that. Download. Where is it? Here. Yeah. Download this. And for basically for particles as prefabs, for some reason you can't see them in the prefabs, like sort of like pseudo scene. You know what I mean? Like the fake scene that they make for prefabs. So like you're gonna have to like drag it in every time you make a prefab of a particle system. Sadly, I don't know how to make it work in the prefab. So just download that. Oh, let me pin it, like I said. Pin it. All right. So it should be in pinned messages. Yes, perfect. Yeah, you guys just download that. Cool. Just tell me when you guys downloaded it though. So, yeah, I could. Oh, you have to go now, Tejas? Alright, you downloaded it? Yeah, I mean, you could go. You can do the implement. Everybody's gonna do the video, I guess. Akshat, I think you're gonna be the only one. If you want to leave too, Akshat, that's fine. You just gotta watch the video after, and then me and Kingston will just be in call and we'll just finish it up without anybody there. Yeah, but you can't download it. Why can't you download it? Is it not letting you or something? Just click on the download button at the top right corner of the message. Not of the message, but like of the prefab embed thing. You know what I mean, right? It's not letting you download it. Oh, it worked now? Okay. It didn't load before. Yeah, it happens. Alright. You should get that in Unity. There's no special things that we gotta do because like Chrome is dumb. Yeah, I know. Chrome's a bit Cuckoo. But yeah, once you get the prefab of jump particle, drag it into Unity, and they will play. And you can like press restart to play it over and over again, and you'll see the jump particle. So let me stream what that looks like. So watch my stream, Akshat and KL. I mean, you've been doing that, so. And if you press restart, you can, since the particle effect happens so soon, like it ends so soon, and you like you can't watch it like infinitely like the rain. So you have to press restart over and over again to watch it. All right, so let me go over it like literally everything I've done here. All right. So Akshat, you have it in the scene and you can press restart and it's working, right? Akshat? No, wait. All right, I'll wait for you. Tell me when you're good. Stretching. All right, you good now? Good grapes. Yes, no. It's a prefab, yeah. So just drag it into your project folder and then drag that into your test scene. Yeah. Awesome. So now, and you can press restart to play it over and over again. So does it work all good for you? Yeah, is it good? Does it work when you press restart and it like works? Yes. Yeah. Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna go over everything. Now I'm not really rushed because I don't know how long you can say Akshat, but I can go forever. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't want to waste KL's time, so I don't want KL has to go. But yeah, you can stay for long. Okay, awesome. So yeah, the first thing I changed was the color. So color is just white, like slightly. Like I changed the alpha value from like 255 to I think 0. Or oh, it's not. Well, basically, I changed the transparency of it so that it kind of gets that effect of like like some of them are like less cloudy than the other ones. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. And I made sure to press play on awake because remember what I said about awake, right? Awake is basically when you're turning on a game object. Like I did that really long example of it. But yeah, when you're turning on a game object, you're putting on awake. So we're turning on the jump particle, and so basically we're making it awake. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think that's it for here. Also, the size is 0.3 because yeah. The speed is also kind of high because it has to be fast, and the lifetime is kind of short as well. Wait, after color, you don't have to change anything. Just listen to me. Um, I'm just explaining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just changed the color to the color is basically just white and then super transparent white, so it gives that effect of cloudiness. Then I have an emission, and this is a special part of why it can burst like this, sort of, right? Basically, it's a burst uh, particle. So basically, what that means is that it spawns 40 particles immediately on awake. It cycles once, so it only happens one time. It happens for an interval of this much, 0.01 seconds. So that's kind of short. So I think that means the spawn rate or something like that. What does interval mean? Yeah, the burst every n seconds. Yeah. And probability. I don't know. What does probability do? 0.1. Oh, 0 to 1 changes the trigger. Okay, cool. And it's at 1 because we always want it to trigger, obviously. You don't want it to trigger like not once, right? And we have a burst spread mode for shape, and it's a sphere in the radius. You can kind of see the radius right here. It's super tiny, but it's right here. Yeah, hidden under those three, not three, 6 ninja stars. I don't know why that's the particle effect name, but okay. Also, I made the velocity over time dampen, so it starts out at like a really large speed, as I said before, right? But now it goes down to like 0.5. So that's kind of cool. Um, Size over lifetime, yeah, it gets a lot smaller over its lifetime. So it basically gets that effect of it. It's turning smaller. It's becoming smaller. That's what this curve is doing. And rotation is just how it rotates. The angular velocity is from 0 to 36. Not 0 from 36, 0 to 360. So it's just choosing how fast the spinning is. It's just for more randomness, right? It just looks a tiny bit better. I don't know if anybody even sees it. And then the renderer is yeah, it's what it is. It's just bright. Actually, I didn't use like the texture sheet method, but they're basically the same method. So yeah, so that's what that jump particle is. Awesome. All right, very last piece. Let's actually put this in our code so we can get the jump to work. The jump particle to play every single time we jump. So let's open up our player movement script, and we're gonna be we're literally gonna be making an exact copy of this. I'm just gonna be calling it spawn jump particle. Oh wait, can you see this? I don't think you can see this. You can't. I don't think. Wait, let me. No, okay. Yeah, let me. Whoops. Uh, is it there? Yeah, there. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, I just copied and pasted this and named it spawn jump particle. Okay. Yes. Cool. And basically, we're going to be making the object pooler. We're going to be making a new object pool because we're going to be making a new object pool, a new object pool game object. So this calls object pool 2, literally OP2. And then just put it right here, make this OP2. So it's spawning the right jump. It's spawning the jump particles instead of the dust particles. And then we can make this like the ground check. Yeah, the ground check's position, because the ground check is where we actually want to spawn it. It's like right at the legs. If I can zoom in and it doesn't waste time loading, but yeah, it's right at the legs. I mean, it's right at the legs, right? So that's the optimal place to put it. So let's actually use this. So instead of actually like using it during the jump animation, since the jump animation loops at one sprite, that wouldn't make much sense to do it there, right? So we're just gonna do it as soon as we press the jump key. We're gonna be doing the spawn dust particle. This autofilled on accident. Oh, jump particle. There we go. Awesome. Save that. Very cool. Go back. And should be good. Save that. It's saved, right? Yeah. And then it should work. I mean, actually, it shouldn't work because we haven't added, the other object pooler. You do that still. So it's going to take a while to load again. Sadly, I can't speed up the video like you can for the people watching the video. But yeah. Need another grape. Grapes are too sweet, man. Get fat. Mm. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's importing it or something. It doesn't jump when I jump now when I press W. Uh, yeah, that's because we haven't finished, the object pull for the other one. So you know how code reads from up to down. So basically, since this doesn't work yet, this doesn't work yet, right? It won't even go to like the part where we actually apply the forces. It'll just stop right there because it's not working. Yeah, yeah. See, that's where that logic comes in, where how it reads from up to down. Usually, it doesn't really matter because it happens so fast, right? But that's what's happening. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. I think. Yes, this is done. It's gonna wait. Okay. No. No. Why? I swear half the class was just loading, bro. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's good now, I think. No, it's loading again. I know your computer does it in 2 seconds. Like mine used to do that. I think it's because I'm streaming and then it's just an old computer. Okay, now it's working. Let's see the scene. I don't think that should take that long. Yeah, okay. So let's just make a duplicate of this. So Control D, and we're gonna be calling this jump dust object cooler. Well, you can't see the stream. Oh crap. Oh wait. Oh. Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm not streaming the whole screen, but I keep pressing the wrong button. All right, now can you see it? Now can you see it, dude? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me go back a few steps because yeah. So if you don't already know, I think I said this like once before, but if you press Control D or Command D if you're on Mac, you can make a duplicate of any game object. So we're just duplicating that, and we're just gonna rename it jump dust object pooler, and just it's gonna be the exact same, and just drag jump particle into there. Boom. Epic. Awesome. So now it won't work yet because we have to go back here and put it right in here. So let's just drag in the jump dust. Make sure it's jump dust, not the other one. And then yeah, now we're set. Now it should work perfectly. So let's play it. It'll take another 3 years to load, but yeah, there's a workout shut for you. What do we do for the other object pooler? Just drag in the jump particle. Drag in the jump particle to like the place where we put like the dust particle before. For the it's the exact same, but instead of the dust particle for running, it's the jump particle. Prefab. Oh, okay. You deafened? That's a bit weird. Yeah. So yeah. So just it's the exact same as the walk dust, except jump dust just has Oh, I forgot to take this out of the scene, but yeah, jump dust I can actually just click on it right now if it loads. Yeah. Jump dust object pooler just has the jump particle instead of the dust particle that we put here. You get it? So if I jump, yeah, it works. So now all the particles are in. Awesome. Epic. Epic Games. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Epic Games made Unreal Engine. We're doing Unity. Yeah, so yeah, that's all the particles. We did it. I don't know. I forgot to delete this part. So let me just delete this jump particle in the corner. But yeah, that's cool. So does it work for you, dude? Does it work? I just need your confirmation so I know all the other people watching the video can do it as well. Yep. Ah, we finished. What time is it? 6:42. Oh my god. We spent like another hour. It's like 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is like the longest one ever. Yeah, you didn't notice time flies by while you're having fun. 2 hour 15 minute. Oh my god. This is the longest class we've done. Yeah. Thanks for Akshat and Kingston for sticking with me. Thanks for everybody else who stuck with me as well. Really long class, but yeah. Hopefully everybody who's watching this doesn't have to do the whole 2 hours 15 minutes because actually I think Jaden has to do it. Rip Jaden. You'll have to. I mean, like half the class was just me waiting to load, so you can skip that. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for Akshat and Kingston for sticking with me for so long. I'll see you guys in the next meeting. See you, Akshat. See you, Kingston.